Hello everybody. So today I am back on the Perkiomen Trail, also known as the former, so to say most importantly known as the former Perkiomen Railroad. Just want to do a couple little update here and mention about my new phone. I was going to say my new camera. Well, it's a camera, but it's in my phone. About 80% of everything I do, video-wise, uploading, editing, well, I don't really do much editing, don't know how to, but most everything I do on social media and YouTube is done on my cell phone. The rest of it is done on my iPad. So, this is the first video I'm ever making. Actually, I haven't even taken a picture yet with this phone. I was out in Gettysburg over the weekend, and I was going to make a video while I was out there. I was out for Bike Week, but I was going to make a video about a little bit about rail history, more Gettysburg Railroad history. Had everything figured out what I was going to do. And then Saturday morning, we were down at the bike show, and I went to take a picture of a motorcycle, and I turned my phone sideways to get like a sideways shot. And it, you know how when your phone flips, when you hold it sideways for pictures, how it kind of, you can see the picture flipping? Well, it started to do that, but it did it like it was like jerking. It was like real stutterish, and then it fully flipped around, and when it did, it like froze. I don't know, it just froze up, got the kind of whited out looking, and then the phone shut off, never to turn on again. Well, I mean, it did turn back on, but the startup screen never went past the first screen on the startup screen. It just died. It's just dead. So I was without a phone from Saturday around 11 o'clock until Sunday night before we came home. I was able to get another phone. I was going to do a video with my iPad, because I had my iPad with me, but I just didn't want to be one of those people. You know what I mean by those people? I mean, you look kind of silly. These people that walk around with their tablets taking pictures. I was also told it's like a boomer thing. Like older people do it. I don't know. But it just looks kind of ridiculous, I think, when you're outside in the public. So, I mean, I use my iPad for some videoing, but it's usually when I'm by myself. Or, not looking like one of those people with the tablet out in public videoing. So, I guess I can't complain, because that phone that I was using up until now was an A51 Samsung. And if anyone knows anything about Samsung phones, that's an old phone. I looked it up the other day on the internet, and that A51 phone was discontinued in April of 2020. I didn't get it that early on. I got it either, I don't remember exactly. I got it at the end of 2020, or I got it in the beginning part of 2021. But either way, that phone was over 6 years old, and it did me well. It was a good phone, and most of the videos that you see on here that were posted in the last 6 years or so, most of them were done on that phone. Some were done on my iPad, but some were done on most were done on my old phone. But yeah, that's, that's like anything else in my life. I don't usually buy new stuff just to buy the new stuff. I only buy new stuff when my old stuff wears out. Just how I was raised. You use stuff till it's done, and then you buy something else. So that's the story of my phone and my camera. And like I said, I was going to do a video in Gettysburg, which of course didn't happen. But that kind of leads me up to another subject. I was going to say, these are updates that nobody asked for. I know nobody cares, but I talk to myself anyway, so why not talk to myself on YouTube? The videos over the summer, kind of like last summer, aren't as steady as they were. And that's mostly because I'm involved in a lot of things. I am a board member and run coordinator at Pennsylvania Live Steamers. I'm a brakeman and conductor and everything else, etc., at two different tourist railroads. I run the Perkiomen Railroad Historical Society. I play in a band. I do the car show circuit. I got a couple custom cars I take out to shows. Ooh, what else do I do? I'm forgetting something. I'm involved in the Commemorative Air Force with World War II airplanes. I belong to a wing. And whenever it works out, I do air shows. I'm a ground crew for a 1944 TBM Avenger torpedo bomber. I'm the ground crew for that. So, and most of those interests and commitments seem to come to a head in summertime. So I get real busy. Takes up a lot of my time and a lot of my mental fortuity. Is that a word? Fortuity? Takes up a lot of my mental time and my mental space too. But I got some ideas for new ones. I got one coming out soon. I'm going to do about the Hendricks Quarry, not too far down from me. I got some shorts. I'm going to upload another short tonight. And I'm going to get back to it. Like I said, I've been a little bit busy. And I'll still be busy for a while, but I'm going to find time to get more videos in. So I figured today I would just do this to basically try out my new camera / phone. From what I'm seeing through the screen, through the viewfinder thing, or through the screen of my phone, looks pretty good. I like it. And like always, this is an A37, which is a Samsung middle of the line kind of phone, which is usually what I buy. Except from when I bought my last middle of the line phone, this cost like $100 more than the last middle of the line phone I bought. But I always had good luck with them. You know, I don't need an $800 phone, but I don't want a $50 phone. So I always kind of go middle of the line in the A series Samsungs. It's my second one. I've had a J3 Samsung before and a Motorola, blah, blah, blah. The J3, I think, was the equivalent middle of the line. Either way, long story that no one cares about my cell phone history. But the Samsungs I've had have all my Samsungs have all been middle of the line, and they've been great. I love them. So, the other thing I want to bring up is I want to live stream. Now, I am going to find a couple spots I'm going to go with. I got a couple friends who are going to join me, and we're going to go to some historic places and go live from them, which I think will be entertaining. People always seem to like that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna do that, but I would like to do some type of live stuff, like at home at my desk, like go through pictures, certain subject matters. We could go through, like, watch a video of some sort and discuss stuff and have questions. I mean, a lot of people do live streaming. I mean, I'm also, if you notice, some of my channel has model train stuff. There's a lot of guys I watch sometimes. They just turn on cameras and run their trains and talk to the people in chat and run model trains. Well, unless I'm at my train club. I also do S-Gauge, the London S-Gauge American Flyer type / S-Gauge club. But unless I'm at the club layout, which wouldn't work because there's too many people there, my home layout is only a 6x4 American Flyer. It's neat looking because it's all period. Everything on it is post-war up to 1955 American Flyer. A little bit of Lionel signals and lights involved in Plasticville. It's kind of neat, but it's just an oval with a couple sidings. Nothing people would want to sit there and watch. So I'm not going to live stream my train layout like some people do. It's cool. I just don't have the layout for it. So if anybody has any ideas, I mean, what would be kind of cool would be to do something at night. We could hang out, find some way to discuss Perkiomen Railroad or railroad history or topics, stuff like that. So anyway, that's something else I'd like to do, some live stream stuff. So, yeah, if you have any ideas, just put it in the comments. And, like I said, sorry the videos haven't been too steady lately, but I've been occupied. But there's more coming, more on the way. And I'm just trying out my new phone here, see how the video works out. And, all right, well, like I said, and I'm going to do some live streams, so if anybody has any ideas for topics for live stream, just let me know. And as always, unless I usually hope I say it, maybe I don't, but thanks for being here, thanks for checking out my videos, and I will see you next time.